sexes, more so each day. On the face of it, it seems pretty harmless. But when you dive deep, it is catastrophic. Men are simply forgetting how to be a man. These boys are confused with their identities and just chasing highs and validation by being eye candy. The reason why the relationships are so volatile these days is because women go for these soy boys because it's trendy. But no woman would be satisfied with a man who doesn't know how to be a man. Most of these boys are way too much in touch with their feminine side that they forget that they are men. This is giving rise to feminine men who are indecisive, sexually confused, mentally depressed because they don't know who they are, and superficial men that lack the depth of masculinity. TikTok takes the cake in accelerating the
And tell you one of the big reasons why. See, a lot of these young men don't probably not even raised by their dad, or probably they that feminine anyway. So it just naturally just they probably just go on with it because that's what they know, right? And just like he said, TikTok. You go on TikTok, Instagram, everything. Like everywhere you go, it's like, oh, it's okay to do that. It's okay to be that. You can be weak. Be like everybody else. Be weak, right? And and one of the big things is society make it so, so like they normalize it. They normalize it to the point where like it's okay. It's okay to wear makeup as a man. Now, if you feel comfortable in yourself, that's okay. But as a man, is like you gotta carry yourself at a certain level with a certain respect. There's certain things I would say I would just never do. I don't care how much you pay me, I would just never do it. But now I see the young men, what they see, that's what they see, so that's what they will do. They don't know no better. Listen, there's nobody to talk to them, nobody to lead them in the right way. If their dad not doing it, who else gonna do it? Their uncle, their brother probably doing the same thing they doing. So that's all they see. So what they see, that's what they'll do. Especially if you're younger. Especially if you're a young kid, or if you're a young kid, or obviously, right? You have no leadership. So what do you see? I see that. That's okay. I'm gonna do it. That's all they see, and that's the problem for a lot of kids now.
rise of masculinity. And what is this doing to the females? Exactly the same. Since the weak men are on the rise, women have to develop their masculine side to bear the burden. They have to become more industrious and more strategic. They have to make decisions and take the lead. This is extremely taxing on female nature, as she wasn't designed for this. This is why women are way more dissatisfied with men in this modern era than ever. Because men.
And then let me say something too. Even in that same household, right? Let's say his dad not there, and sometimes his dad can be there too, but his mom, the way his mom treat his dad, right? His dad probably so weak, he just surrender and just let his mom do everything. Be the man of the relationship, right? Nothing wrong with hanging out your woman and letting her have a point on something, but when she taking full control of the relationship, she wearing the pants, she will have no respect for you, right? And tell you what, she will probably tell her son it's okay to do that. It's okay to be weak. It's okay. When she in the back of her mind that she lying to her son, right? And she know deep down like I don't want to do that. I don't want to lead. I want a man to do that. But due to the fact that she have no choice, she have to do it. She have to lead, be the man of the relationship.
Are doing everything but be a man. Now, this is not to say that women are getting exceptional at being women. It is getting equally, if not more, disappointing from that side. But I believe that men dictate the change in female behavior. Women will always rise to match with what we put out. Soy boys are often more feminine than women these days. It is not about putting makeup.
And listen, one more thing. We as men, we set the tone, right? We control, we lead. So tell you what, the women will follow as well, right? the women will follow. Because listen, men still run everything. That's just how it is. So the females will follow. If you lead as a man, then the woman will follow. If you're feminine, all right, she's gonna act masculine.
And acting like a woman, which is the real issue. It is about blurring the lines between the two sexes. Attraction is only strong between two extremes. When a man is barely a man and a woman is barely a woman, then the pull between them is fragile. This is the very reason that the Gen Z is so sad and always nihilistic. They do not know who they are, since everything is acceptable on the internet.
And again, you see, he said it. He said it. Everything is accepted. Everything is okay, and that's the problem. Everything is okay. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And that's the problem. They thinking that, tell you what, the kids is gonna listen to what you tell them, especially being younger, right? Especially being younger. Like, oh my God. Like, no joke, brother. Like, our generation is like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, it's so sad. It's so sad to the point where it's like, damn, where are we even going? Like, what direction? It's not just the men, the women too. I feel bad. Listen, if you want to make a change start with you, right? You cannot go. You cannot try to change somebody else if you don't change yourself first. If you're not in line, you cannot have nobody else in line. So me watching this video, I know, okay, tell you what, I have things to change. I have things to do, right? I don't have to live my life to what he said, but there's a lot of things that make sense to what he said, right? Because the kids coming after you gonna look up to you. The people around gonna look up to you. If you lead, they will follow. Trust me, they will. It might take time, but they will follow. If what you're doing working for you, right, and you stay on what you believe, they will follow. Trust me. You got to be an example for your little brother, your little sister. You know what I mean? Probably even your friends that's probably a year, 2 years younger than you, probably even older than you. Right?
And this modern trend of being whatever you want is killing the minds of this new generation. They are exhausted with choice fatigue because they can be virtually anything they want to be. Since male and female is equal in every aspect now, and it is a sin to...
And that's the problem. We're not equal. We're not the same. Men and women are not the same, people. We're totally different. Now listen, we might have some things as the same, but as a whole, we're different. Because men and women are valued differently in society. Right? A man is valued by the value that he brings. A woman is valued by the things that she have already. She's born with it. Not saying it's bad, but that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Man, you can't be mad. It's like, hey, as a man, you know, okay, tell you what, she have it a little easier. That's okay. That's all right. But you, as a man, you have to know your role and see, okay, that's where I stand. That's where she is. That's where she stands. Okay, now let me do what I have to do as a man. Instead of complaining and sitting down and just being weak. You know, okay, I won't do anything. Nah, brother. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a man, brother. Like, listen, majority of the society will not hold you accountable. They will tell you it's okay, it's okay. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Nobody not holding, these kids accountable for what they're doing. Nobody. Sometimes not even parents. It's okay. That's all you hear, it's okay. Remember that, that's all you hear, it's okay. It's okay.
are doing whatever the hell they want and acting like bad, feeling proud. This toxic freedom is killing their identity, and they no longer know who they are. Defying your nature will leave you depressed and unsatisfied.
Right.
And you will not be able to have a sustainable relationship with the opposite sex. A man wants a feminine woman, and a woman wants a masculine man. If this ratio is disturbed, then they will be left with dissatisfaction. And so, they cheat, or move to the next and next. Because she just isn't able to find a man who knows what a man is supposed to do. And women are competing with men like their lives depend on it. So boys will soon lead countries, and important positions will be taken by such men. Imagine the chaos that will be generated by an indecisive man. A masculine man is prompt, dependable, and decisive.
Exactly.
While a soy boy knows how to look cute and get likes on his latest TikTok dance. Imagine these boys becoming parents and raising the next generation. Those poor kids will surely be born in depression. Their mothers will not know how to nourish them, and their fathers are barely men themselves to offer any kind of manly advice.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
line between sexes will make the society totally dysfunctional and ruin the balance. Depression is so prevalent in Gen Z that even their humor is always nihilistic, vague, dark, and confused. This portrays an extreme identity crisis. These kids need our help. They
That's
need real
right.
male and female role models. Otherwise, this generation will give birth to a generation where masculinity and femininity may get buried for.
And tell you what, one big thing. Listen. Watch who these kids watch and listen to. Watch who these kids watch on the internet, right? And who they listen, the music they listen to. It's the same confused people. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So, like, what do you expect them to learn? Nothing. The parents not teaching the kids nothing. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Yo, this shit it's becoming a problem. Like, no joke. Like, a big problem. But listen, like I said, listen. The only way we'll get change, listen, change come with me. With you first, me. So listen, if I want to be a good father for my son, my daughter in the future, it starts with me. It starts now. It don't start tomorrow. Today. I have to make the change today. So the people around me, right, can see and listen, lead and follow me, right? So they can raise the kids the right way. I'm not saying the way they're raising these kids is wrong, but listen, by the way it looking, it look wrong. Listen, man, yo, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the video, man. If you like the video, if you want to see me, yo, I'm about to react to part 2 now, right? I'm gonna react to it and post it another day. That's part 1. Now, I mean, shout out to, what's your name? Stella Thoughts, right? Yeah, right. Shout out to him. Yo, that was a good video. If you like, leave a comment, leave a like, bro. I'm seeing you in the next one.